Shalom, shalom, family. Kwa wakar, ma kwa, mashpaka. What's going on, family? Today is Friday. You know what time it is. You know what day it is, of course. It is the Hebrew class, the Lashawan Qadash class, or as you like to call it in Atlanta, Hebrews 101. I'm priest and officer of 500 Hadar a month. It is good to be back. We've missed y'all. Of course, you know, we did get to celebrate the Most High's Passover. Let's give it up for that. It's been a couple of weeks, but we're still on that high. Also, if I could, let me also give a special shout out to Priest and Officer Akaz and y'all were off for holding the Hebrews class down in my absence. Man, let's give it up for them as well. Absolutely. Once again, this is the Hebrew class. All right, Hebrews 101 here in Atlanta, where we like to go over the basics, all right, the principles and the fundamentals, all right, making sure that we have our pronunciations correct, making sure we can identify and read the letters and numbers correctly. Why? So when we have to read for the Sabbath service, read for the feast, or even read for the generals at the Passover, we got it down pat. Most High in Christ, all right? Today we're going to go over, of course, we're going to go over our alphabet. We're also going to go over a few new few words, and some phrases, okay? You did earlier hear me say, ma kwa, mashpaka, all right? What's that? What does that mean? What's up, family? What's going on, family, okay? We're going to try to really get into this, more of these Hebrew phrases, you know, as we see like the Arab, man, you know, when we see our brothers who are fortunately who join up into the Nation of Islam, if you will, and somehow they're able to speak some of that language, you know, and that's not their language, okay? They should be able to speak Hebrew, and we're gonna work on that as well. Most High in Christ, all right? So let's get down to it. All right. So let's take it from the top. You know how we get down, just in case if you don't know how we get down. And then we always like to go over the alphabet, the letters, the characters, making sure we can identify the pronunciations, all right, and the symbols. So take it from the top. 22, count 22 letters in the alphabet. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Za, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha. All right? Most High Christ. Now that we know the pronunciations, okay, we have them in our head. Now we're okay, let's go over it this time, but in ancient Hebrew or in Paleo Hebrew, okay? This is the original written text, if you will, okay? And it's good to know this, especially for instance, like if you were at Passover and you saw some of those glorious garments and you saw some of this lettering on their garments, whether it was on the back, the front, around the torso, all right? Brothers are letting you know who they are, okay? And now if you can identify these letters, these pronunciations, you can identify that brother as well, all right? Take it from the top. Oh, and it's like sometimes you can even see it for the sisters, okay? They might have a nice bracelet or a nice necklace around the neck, okay? Take it from the top. A, looking like in English A, but it's on its side. Ba, kind of looking like a fish hook. Ga, kind of looking like the roof of a house. Da, a triangle. Ha, all right, it's going to look like a backwards English F with an extra line. Then we have Wa. Wa. It's going to kind of look like an English Y or a wishbone. Then we have Za. Za. Very easy to recognize, okay? It's going to look just like the English Z. Then we have Ka. Ka with a strong pronunciation, all right? In the ancient Hebrew, Ka is going to resemble like a fence or a ladder, All right. Then next we have ta. Ta. X marks the spot. Bullseye, if you will. Then we have ya. Ya. Kind of looking like a Z with an extra line, or kind of like a hand reaching. All right. Then we have ka, a softer pronunciation. Ka is going to look like a half circle with an extra mouth in it, okay? Or you can kind of say it's Pac-Man, all right? Then next we have la. La. In the Hebrew, looking just like the English L, all right? Or so like in the English L will resemble the Hebrew la. Then we have ma. Ma, all right? Small W with an extra hook, all right? Then we have na. Na. When you write it out, kind of like a V. V with an extra hook, okay? All right? So now, ba in the ancient Hebrew is going to look like a fish hook. Ma and na, also fish hooks or kind of maybe clothes hangers or little wires, all right? Next, we have sa. Sa, all right? Sa is going to look like a flagpole or an antenna, all right, in the ancient Hebrew. Then we have I. I, all right? It's going to look like an English O or small zero. Then we have pa. Pa, all right? Looks like we have another, wow, you realize in the ancient Hebrew, we got a few letters that look like fishing hooks. Don't they? They look like fish hooks, all right? It makes sense now when we see those scriptures, you know, how the Most High will make us fishers of men. Pun intended. All right. Next we have tazah. Tazah. All right. Line down the middle, small Z at the top. Kind of look like a flagpole, if you will. Small flag. Then qua. Qua. All right. Qua is going to look like a little mushroom. All right, like a mushroom. Then we have ra. Ra. In ancient Hebrew, kind of looks like the number 4. All right. Then sha. Sha, also easy to recognize. English W. Then lastly we have tha. Tha, all right? Tha is going to kind of look, think of tha as the sign of the cross falling, all right? Christianity falling on its neck and breaking, all right? Cool beans. All right, so now lastly, let's go over our alphabet, but this time in Assyrian Hebrew, okay? And a lot of times you will see us doing the Assyrian Hebrew. Why? Because unfortunately it is the most predominant text available at this time, okay? So now, going over alphabet A in Assyrian Hebrew, A, kind of like an X, okay? Then we have Ba. Ba is going to kind of look like a J, English J, but upside down. Then we have Ga. Ga will definitely look like a clothes hanger. Then Da. Da is going to kind of look like a T, but with an extension to it. An extension, all right? Then we have Ha. Ha. Okay? Kind of looking like a staple. A staple with space in the upper left corner, all right? Then we have Wa. Wa. Another triangle-like shape, all right? Put on its side, start standing up straight up. Then we have Za. Za is Za in the Assyrian Hebrew will look like a T, but kind of cursive-like, all right? Like an English T with a cursive spin to it. Then we have Ka. Ka, very strong pronunciation, as in Captain Kataza, all right? This will definitely be your complete staple, okay? Or a pillar, okay? Pillar or Assyrian Hebrew will look like a horseshoe. All right. Then Yah will remind you of an apostrophe mark in English. All right. It's going to be a very small symbol. All right. Then we have Ka. Ka, kind of looking like, reminding us of the Pac-Man in ancient Hebrew, but Ka in Assyrian, no triangle, crescent moon, half moon, all right? But also remember in the Assyrian text that there are five letters that will change their shapes only when they're at the end of the text, all right? And Ka being one of them. Ka will change from the half moon to looking like the Da, but with the extended clip. Okay? It's going to reach to the bottom, almost to the bottom of the page, kind of like. Alright? Cool. Next we have La. La. And the Syrian is going to look like a question mark. Okay? Then next we have Ma. Ma. And my brother to my right, also the Pashkaya, had a great idea. He realized that Ma reminds him of a cowbell, making it easier to remember, okay? Ma in the Assyrian is going to look like a cowbell, okay? But when it's at the end of the text, it will change from the cowbell to a box, all right? Remember now, only when it's at the end of the text. The next we have Na. Na, reminding us of the Ka and the Ha, but on its side, trying to break open. But when Na is at the end of the text, Na will change and remind you of the Wa, but it will have the extended clip. Okay? It's going to have the extended clip, all right? So when it's long, like that, it's going to be the Na at the end of the text, okay? But now if it's short, it's going to be Wa. Most High Christ. Next we have Sa. Sa. Now this can be confusing to some. Sa is going to remind you of Ma in the Assyrian text, but remember, Sa will actually have an extra bang at the top of his head, okay? So I have the bang, extra bang at the top of his head, okay? And Ma, which is going to be a box, okay? Then we have I. I kind of reminds you of the English Y. Pa. Pa. Perhaps an upside down G, if you will, but what's at the end of the text? It's going to straighten up. It's going to straighten up, okay? And extended clip. Then we have Tazah. Tazah will be a crooked letter Y, if you will, but when it's at the end of the text, it's going to turn around and fly straight. All right? The next we have Qua. Qua, kind of looking like a P, or what else does the Qua look like? Qua kind of looks like a, you know what the Qua looks like? Qua looks like a wrench. Qua looks like a wrench. Or some kind of tool. Qua's going to look like a tool, all right? The next we have Ra. Ra. Now some people, sometimes sometimes we can mistake Ra for the Da, but remember, Da is going to punch straight, and Ra is going to have more of a hook, more curve appeal, if you will, all right? Then we have Sha. Sha, looking like a pitchfork, or the fire emoji, if you will. And lastly, Tha. Tha, okay? That's going to kind of remind you of the Ka and the Ha, but Tha's a little injured, okay? Tha got kicked in the leg, all right? All right. Most High Christ, let this sit for a few seconds, and we'll get into our lesson. So like, we see anybody on the Facebook or anything? So like, if we got anybody on the conference call? No sweat. All right. So, get into some phrases. Okay? Let's get into a few phrases for the day. Alright? And also, we're going to try to make these phrases more of a staple for class. Alright? And if you're just tuning in, it's your first time, you will hear a lot of repetition coming from me. Again, a lot of repetition, alright? We like to work on muscle memory, okay? Muscle memory. So our first phrase is ma kora mash baka. Right? Ma kora mash baka. So let's try this out. Out in the posh. Ma kora mash baka. Ma kora mash baka. And I'm asking you, what's up, family? What's going on, family? Alright? How you doing, family? Alright, so now if I ask you that in English, what's up, family? Simply you will say,
Good.
I'm good. Cool. Now, so we say, ma kora what's up, family? And your answer was, I'm good. Cool. So then, your response in Hebrew is going to be, trying to be a little fancy. Your answer in Hebrew is going to be,
Wow.
cool. Tawab, or you can say, anya. Anya tawab. Alright? Cool. Alright, so let's try it again. Also the posh. Makara maspaka.
Tawab.
Alright. Or you can just say,
Tawab.
wow. Very good, very good. I'm good. Alright? Cool. Now, if you're not so good, if I say, what's up, family? How you doing, family? Not so good. You know? Maybe something happened on the job, or maybe simply your stomach hurts, or you need to get some rest. You need to get some sleep. What you gonna say?
Tawab.
Nah, you'll say, nah, not so good. Right? Cool beans. So now, instead of saying anyatawa, you will say la'atawa. La'atawa. Alright? up like this for a second. Alright? Come over here. So, here's a phrase, Hebrew phrase. Ma, para, mash, paka. Alright? Let's try saying that. Ma,
Ma.
para,
Kara.
mash, paka.
Mashpaka.
Alright, again. Ma,
Ma.
para,
Kara.
mash, paka.
Mashpaka.
Alright, cool. We said, what's up, family? Alright? I know it's gonna take a little bit, it's gonna take some time to get acclimated with this, get familiar with it, you know? But again, that's why we do the muscle memory. That's why you hear us repeating these phrases, making sure we can really drill it in, okay? Alright, help us remember. So again, we got Ma Kara Mashpaka. What's up, family? Alright? And the simple phrase, the simple answer for that, Anya Tawa Tawa. La Tawa. Alright? Alright. Most High in Christ. Let's let this sit for a couple of seconds. Alright. Cool beans. Cool beans. Like anybody on the conference call yet? No sweat. No sweat. Alright. And then I think a few people have seen this before. Something real simple. Okay, another phrase, another everyday phrase, okay? Let's see. When we say, and again, I'm learning this as well. Ba, wa, war, to wa. Alright? Now we know, just going over the lesson a minute ago, that Tawab is good. Tawab is good. Ba Wakwar. Ba Wakwar. Alright? Ba Wakwar is morning. Morning. Alright? Now I know this it looks weird. We're saying this Ba Wakwar Tawab. But we're learning in the Hebrew that most times, like in the text, the noun is going to come first and then the adjective afterwards, okay? The adjective will follow. So pretty much when we have a barbacoa, we have a morning. What kind of morning is it? It's a good morning, all right? Cool beans. So we have barbacoa, good morning, all right? Then we have its opposite, la, ya, la. So wow. Alright, so if Babaquar Tawab is good morning. Then La Yala Tawab is, what could it be?
Like bad or horrible.
No, it's close. All right. This is going to be the opposite. This is going to be the opposite.
Night. Oh.
Huh?
Night.
Very good. I know the La Ya, because we kind of put it with La Ah sometimes. But good. So Barakwa Tawab is morning, good morning, and La Yala is night. Good night. All right. Let this sit for a few seconds. I just look on the Facebook. This looks good.
Come.
Most High in Christ. So, Barakwa Tawab is good morning. La Yala Tawab is good night. And Ma Quora Mashpaka is
What's good?
close. Okay, now you said what's good, but I actually asked in Hebrew. Ma Quora Mashpaka.
What's up, family?
There we go. Very good. What's up, family? What's going on, family? All right. Most High in Christ. Okay. See. All right. Now let's turn it over real quick. Salaki. Now, we just did some phrases. Let's do a few simple words, all right? Let's do some Hebrew words. All right? So, we'll go ahead and do our first one. Mashpaka. All right? All right, we just went over that. Mashpaka is what?
Family.
Very good. Mashpaka is family. All right? And just in case, this is a very unfamiliar word. You can find, here's a word, you can find this in Amos chapter 3. Amos chapter 3. When the Most High is speaking to the children of Israel and telling them how they are the only family that He knows. Alright? Cool. So now, Mashpaka is family. What is Abba? What is Abba?
Father.
Huh?
Father.
Very good. Abba is father. Alright. Sticking with family. Mashpaka is family. Abba is father. Ama will be what will Ama be?
Mother.
Yes. Yes. Very good. Ama will be mother. Alright? Good. Sticking with the mashpaka, we have the word bond. Bond. What is bond? Sticking with the mashpaka, sticking with the family.
Son.
There we go. Bond is son. And then we have Bob will be
Daughter.
very good. Bob will be daughter. No sacrifice. Let this sit for a couple seconds. Alright, cool beans. So, house in the posh. Abba is
Father.
Ama is
Mother.
Mashpaka is
Family.
Bon is
Son.
Bath is
Daughter.
very good, very good. Let's see, Ma Korah Mashpaka.
What's good, family?
Very good, very good. Alright, okay. In the building. In the building. Get it down. Alright. Cool beans. Let's get some more words. Get some more words, alright? Let's see, okay. So just recently, we were at, let's see. We were at Pasak La Yahweh. Just recently, we were at Pasak La Yahweh. Where were we at in English?
The Lord's Passover.
Very good. All right, in the building. The Lord's Passover. Good. I just wanted to throw that in there and see if brothers still remember it that way. Most High in Christ. So, Pasak La Yahweh is the Lord's Passover. The Lord's Passover. All right? Cool beans. All right. What's a word? What's a good word? Okay. We have alawak. What would that mean? Alawak. All right.
Oh, general.
Very good. General. All right. Alawak means general. All right. Good. Then we have Saran. Saran will mean what?
Captain.
There we go. Absolutely. Captain. All right. Okay. Cool. Captain. So we have Alawak, general. Saran, captain. Let's see. What is Quatazion?
Officer.
All right. Excellent. Quatazion is officer. Good. So then we have Alawak, general. Saran, captains. Quatazion, officers. And then a lot of times we'll hear Ottawa. We'll hear Ottawa. What does Ottawa mean?
You like master or sir?
Close, close. But typically we say that Ottawa is Lord or Sir. Alright? Oh, sign of Christ. Let's sit for a couple of seconds. Alright? Oh, sign of Christ. We get a few more words. So, what is mashpaka?
Family.
Alright. Mashpaka's family. Alright. And what is Bawakwar? Bawakwar.
Morning.
And La Yala is
Night.
alright. Help me out. Most sign Christ. Alright. A couple more words. You've probably heard this one. Magun. What is Magun?
Shield.
Alright. Shield or protect. Alright. You know what? I'll never forget this word here. Shield or protect. As in Magun. Because you know what? There was a brother when we were at the Passover. There was a brother named Magun.
Mm-hmm.
That brother is all the way from Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico, man. Celebrating the Lord's Passover with us in Florida, man. You know? That's a very good brother right there, man. And he lives up to his name, Magun. Shield, protect. You know, when we had to go through our training, that brother was there. He was shielding brothers. He was protecting brothers. And brothers were doing the same for him. Alright? And that's what we get in the I.S.U.P.K, man. When you have that name, you have a name that fits you, that is made for you. You got a name that you have to live up to, that you can live up to. Alright? We just don't name ourselves. We get names, we earn our names. We are given names. Alright, you understand? The Most High Christ. So Magun is shield or protect. Alright? Alright, here's another one. Pa'a. Okay? Pa'a. Or some people might pronounce it Rapa. Alright? And that would mean heal. Alright? Rapa will mean heal. Most High Christ. Alright? And then here's another word for you. Pray. Oh, I already told you what it is. No sweat. Now, the word is, I wrote it wrong. Halal. Halal is pray. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Pray or prayer. Prayer. Remember when we went over the Lord's Prayer? Remember what it was called in Hebrew?
Adawan. Qadash.
Close. Adawan Palal. Adawan Palal. Lord's Prayer. Alright? So again, we got Magun, which means what? Shield or protect. Good. Then we have Rapa'ah, or you might hear some people pronounce it Rapa, which is going to mean heal. Very good. Then we have Palal, which means
prayer.
That's right. Palal is going to mean pray or prayer. Alright? Cool beans. Alright? And also we went over La Yala is La Yala is night. Very good. That's what we're waiting on right now. Alright, we're waiting on La Yala, the night to fall. Alright? Because we've had a long day and we want to get some rest. Right? Why? Because we've been up all Absolutely. That's right. We've been up all morning. Alright? Most High Christ. Good job. Alright? So, lastly, Vash. Maparwa Mashpaka.
Tawak.
Okay. Okay. No, you're good. That's right. You're all right. Trying to say you're okay. You're Tawab. Yeah. All right. You're trying to say Anya Tawab, meaning Ana Tawab. Or you can say La Tawab. Not so good. All right? No sweat. Good job. right. Now, see, we went over alphabet. We went over some phrases. We went over some words. Now, let's get into some sight reading. Let's get into some sight reading, all right? Cool beans. Gonna do a few verses. Let's go to the book of Mashalia. All right, Mashalia. You know, this is one of my favorite books. Mashalia. You remember what Mashalia is?
Proverbs.
My man. The book of Proverbs in the building. Moving. Book of Proverbs. Mashalia is Proverbs. Okay. Go to let's go to chapter 12. Go to chapter 12. Alright, we're gonna go through verses 1 through 4. And that should suffice. So the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verses 1 through 4. Alright? We're gonna write this out in the Hebrew first. Alright, also Apostle, you could read this out for me in the English while I write this out.
Come, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 1. Whoso loveth instruction, loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish.
Alright, Most High Christ. So he that hateth, first he who loveth instruction, love knowledge. Alright? We know we love knowledge, we love instruction, for one, because we're in the I.S.U.P.K. Alright? We're getting that instruction because we're learning, we also learn how to what? Take orders. Alright? And we learn how to give orders. Do things righteously, okay? But also, learning instruction is what this Bible is all about. Giving instruction. Alright? Giving instruction to the lost tribes of Israel. Alright? So-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Giving these instructions on how to serve the Most High. Also, instructions on how to love your brother. Instructions on how to serve Christ, how to serve the Most High, how to get out of oppression. Alright? And that's what our people need. You understand? That's what we need. Learn how to get out of this oppression, right? And learn how to really serve the Most High. Alright? Okay, so now, if you can, Austin Apostle, could help me out. Let's read this If you have your sword with you, your blue letter, let's read this in the Hebrew.
Hey, come on, the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 1 in Hebrew. Ahab, Mawaz, Sar. Ahab, La'ai, Washai, Na'a, Dawa, Ka, Kath, Bara.
All right. No sweat. Good, good, good. Okay. So now we should have Ahab, Mawasar Ahab, the Ith, Washana, Washana, Tha, Wa-Kakath. The Wa-Kakath, Ba'ira. Good, good, okay. So now let's break this down if we can. All right, we see, looking at our interlinear, blue letter to help give us a better understanding. We have Ahab, all right, which is whoso loveth. All right. Then we have Marasar. I think we've heard this one several times. What is Marasar?
Instruction or discipline.
Very good, very good. Instruction or discipline. Good. So, Ahab, whoso loveth. Marasar, instruction, discipline. Okay? Ahab again. All right. Love it. Then we have the Ith. The Ith. All right. Here's one for you. The Ith is knowledge. Knowledge. All right. Knowledge. Then we have Washana. Okay. Washana. And what is that? And this is for but he who hateth. And the root word is shana. All right. Hateth. All right. Then we have Wa-Kakath. All right. Which will be reproof. Reproof. Then Ba'ira is brutish. Brutish. All right, so again, from the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 1, in the Hebrew. Ahab, Mawasar, Ahab, Da'ith, Washana, Thawakakath, Thawakakath, Ba'ira. All right? Excellent, excellent. What did we just read in the Hebrew? Whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish. All right? He who hateth reproof is brutish. Right? And you will come to find out that a lot of people will hate the I.S.U.P.K. because I.S.U.P.K. under Commander Junior Yahanna started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, does its best to give instruction and reproof to those who have gone against the Most High, okay? You come to find out, in our ignorance, outside of the truth, we all have, okay? But, Most High in Christ, we found the truth, alright? And under Commander Junior Yahanna, who did not drop his sword, kept the truth, and gave the truth to more people, okay? Became a fisher of men, alright? To come back to the Most High and serve him, serve the Most High, okay? To be a brother to your brother, alright? Be a father to your son, a mother to your daughter, right? Be truthful, alright? And that's within all of these scriptures, okay? Serving the Most High, being obedient, not just giving praise, alright? Cool beings, cool beings. Now let's go to the next scripture, verse 2, alright? Officer Fox, if you could.
Come. Book of Proverbs chapter 12 verse 2. A good man obtaineth favor of the Lord, but a man of wicked devices will be condemned.
Alright. So a good man obtaineth favor of the Most High. Alright? And this is also interesting because in today's society, it's not about getting the favor. It's not about obtaining the favor of the Most High. All right. What is today's society about? We're not trying to obtain the favor of the Most High, but instead, what are our people doing? What is it about these days?
Like you're saying, but a man of wicked devices will be condemned. You talk about how much money he got to get. You know what I'm saying? He'll do anything to get the money. He'll commit all manners of sins and add sins on top of the devices like whores. They want to obtain money just to get whores. Or to get high. Or to sniff cocaine, just have a good time.
Right.
They don't listen to what the Most High said. You know what I'm saying? He's not in the school, the Israelite school, he was very practical knowledge. You know what I'm saying? To follow the law, statutes, commandments. So you ready to go to his wicked devices. And once you do that, you fall short of the Most High, and you will be condemned.
All right, Most High in Christ. Absolutely. And I was just about to ask, like, what are some of these devices? What are some of these devices? All right. That can condemn us. All right. And as often the part said, being on drugs, that's a device. Where's that device come from? That device comes from the oppressor. All right. Which takes us away from the Most High. What's another device other than drugs? Going after strange women. All right. Another device. Okay. Homosexuality. Another device. All these so-called holidays, devices that keeps us from the Most High, and it makes us wicked. Okay. It makes us wicked in the eyes of the Most High. All right. Just as the scripture saying, a good man is going to obtain favor of the Most High. But like I asked earlier, our people this society is not about obtaining the favor of the Most High. Okay? This society is a very selfish society, okay? It's about pleasuring yourself. Alright? It's about your own needs, your own wants, your own gains, okay? How do we see it on Facebook, YouTube? Alright? People do things for likes. They do things for likes. They do things to get attention. And in essence, you get so much attention, what happens? You get paid. right? And that's also the part said, man. They're trying to do things. They're doing all this for money. They're doing it for money, right? And as we heard from Jeremiah Hyman saying last night, the love of money is the root of all evil. Why? Because again, it's selfish. It's selfish and it's self-serving. All right. All right. So now, let's get to our scripture. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 2 in the Hebrew. All right. Can we try it?
Come. Book of Proverbs chapter 12, verse 2 in the Hebrew. Tawal Wapa Kwa Ra Tazawan Ma Yaha Ma Yaha Ma Yaha Ra Ayash Mazah Ma Waf Yawash Yai.
Very good, very good. All right. So the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 2 in the Hebrew, we should have Tawal Yapayak Ra Tazawan Ma Yahweh Wa Ayash Mazamawaf Yarashai. Good job, Officer Posh. Good job. All right. So now let's break these down. Let's see, what are we reading? Okay. All right. So now earlier in the lesson we went over Tawab, and we knew that Tawab is what?
Good.
Very good. Tawab is good. All right. What's happening, Chris? All right. We know Tawab, okay? And then Yapayak is, in this context, obtaineth. Obtaineth, okay? Or, this can be obtaineth or promote, okay? Obtaineth or promote. Then we have Ra Tazawan. Ra Tazawan is favor. Ra Tazawan. So let's look out for that. Let's look out for that next Passover. We hear a brother, hey, what's your name? Ra Tazawan. That name means favor. Huh?
It's my school name.
Oh, that would be great.
I think it's mine.
That would be great. Ratazawan. Yeah, look him up.
Yeah.
Ratazawan means favor. Okay? Favor. Alright? Then of course we have Yahweh.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep. Yeah, he's from Delaware.
Oh, in the building. Ratazawan. In the building. Favor. Alright?
No, so. That was young, so.
Huh?
No, young.
Oh, that was Ratazawan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No sweat. Don't worry. Hey, don't worry. That brother will pop up. All right.
No. Yeah, it's my name that went out of school.
No sweat. Okay. Here's something. Have you heard this? Ayash. Ever heard this? Ayash?
Ayash.
It's simple. Ayash means man.
Man. Oh, yeah.
I know. And the reason it only popped up to me is because there's a brother in the school named Ayash something. He's where's he at? He's in Oklahoma. He's in Oklahoma. He's in Tulsa. He's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right, so we have Ayash, which is man. Then we have Mazah Mawath. Mazah Mawath is wicked devices. Wicked devices. Okay. And then we have Yerashai, and will he condemn? Very good, very good. All right. Well, here's a question. So now, also the part you mentioned the wicked devices. All right. We talked about trying to get the favor from the Most High, as opposed to how this society tries to get the favor of man, get the favor for themselves, if you will. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned wicked devices. What is another wicked device that's coming up that will try to take us from the Most High?
Mother's Day.
That's right. Mother's Day. Another, believe it or not, Mother's Day is another wicked device. It's another wicked device that will take you from the Most High, all right, and will keep you from obtaining favor of the Most High. Why?
Because it's like worshiping the God.
That's right.
And he said he want to order God for me, so if it's Mother's Day, that means it's all about your mama, you know
That's
do
right.
this and do that.
Very good, that's right, because Mother's Day is about the worship of your mother. She is the God she is your God for that day, right? That is another wicked device, because you are worshiping somebody who is not God.
Mm-hmm.
You are worshiping someone other than the Most High, all right? Cool, so now let's go to verse 3. Let's go to verse 3, all right? We can talk more about this, all right? Go ahead.
Come, this book of Proverbs chapter 12 verse 3. A man shall not be established by wickedness, but the root of the righteousness shall not be moved.
All right. So now, not established by the wickedness. So now, what does that sound like? Just look at that first section. Not established by the wickedness. Okay? So now, what is a way that you can be, what's another word for like being established?
You know, like selling and got everything on point.
Just give me, yeah, okay, but just give me a simple word. Like if you were, okay, so now, you are established. Okay? Or people know that you are established, that you're here, you're doing this, you're doing that. So now what do you have? What do you have? Okay?
I don't want to say grounded, but
No? Okay, you're grounded, okay. So now it goes back to verse 2 on how like a good man obtains favor, right?
oh, the zeal?
Huh?
What, zeal?
No, it's close.
Well,
No sweat. Okay? Now if you're established, you have a reputation. You have a reputation, right? But now, what does Mother's Day do? Mother's Day just puts women all over the earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Puts women all over the earth on a higher pedestal, on a pedestal, right? What happens? Women are just walking around, like I was walking around today, and people started saying Happy Mother's Day to this lady. They didn't even know her.
Mm-hmm.
But because she's a woman, they say Happy Mother's Day. And she says, oh, well, no, not yet. I'm not a mother. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now what happens? Now, so pretty much, every woman is God. Every woman is a God. All right? According to these people who want to celebrate this. All right? But again, it's not about, we should not be about trying to get favor from man, from your mother. We should be trying to get favor from the Most High, okay? Because also, what happens for the people who don't, for instance, you've been riding down the streets, you've been seeing people like in vacant parking lots, sitting on the corner, and what they got tables, a little like what, last minute gifts, and whatnot, little baskets and whatnot. Why? So you can say that, hey, I got a gift for you. I got a gift for you. I haven't been thinking about you all year, but I'm gonna think about you today. You know, I'm gonna get you this gift. All right. And why do I need to get you this gift? Because I don't want you to be mad at me. I don't want to lose favor with you. I don't want you to cut me off. Right? That is wicked. That is wicked. And that is self-serving. Not serving the Most High. All right? We have people out right now breaking their necks trying to get gifts for their mother. You know? And how about even today, I'm going to slavery. The sister sees me, I go through the gate, she says, good morning. Good morning, sis, how are you? And then she says, happy Mother's Day weekend. To me. Yeah, she said happy Mother's Day weekend to me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't get it. And she says, don't you have a mother? Yeah. Don't you take care of her? Yeah. Okay, then. No. I take care of my mother all the time. I celebrate my mother, or at least, you know, we do things together. Like we celebrate life in general. Why do I need this one day? Why do I need this one day to just give her all of this and whatnot? Now what? So now I'm only supposed to love her this day? Doesn't make any sense. And then who's to say this lady does not know me? What if my mother was dead? What if my mother was dead, had just passed? And you're gonna walk up to me and wish me a happy Mother's Day weekend. You see how selfish that is? You're not even thinking about how I could feel. You're not thinking about the next man. You know? You just, come on in, go ahead.
Okay, it's like, you know what I'm saying, your son tried, you know, it's like a mother's son try being the truth, right? Not celebrate Mother's Day. She would took a deal from not saying it, but Woody had aborted my brother or my sister. You probably had aborted them. Not supposed to abort it to you, you're like, what's special about you? You probably bought some kids, and you don't even know this woman, for example.
Right.
You call, I mean, they have a happy Mother's Day. Like,
that's right.
Some of these kids been killed in the womb. That don't even make sense right there. You gonna celebrate Mother's Day like you're God, and the Most High put that child in the womb, you know what I'm saying, to produce life.
That's right.
And you just gonna sit around and kill it, sit around and murder a child. And you supposed to think in your mind, you know, this day about me.
Exactly.
Like that's selfish right there, you know.
Exactly. Selfish. Selfish. That's what Mother's Day is, right? That's what all these holidays are about, man. They're selfish. They're self-serving, and they take you away from the Most High. They're wicked, man. All right? Okay, let's go ahead. Let's keep moving real quick. We're in, where are we at? Verse 3? Verse 3. All right, let's go ahead and get this in the Hebrew, please. Or what verse? I'm sorry. Finish reading it in the English for me. I'm sorry, we got a little sidetracked.
But the root of the righteousness should not be moved.
But the root of the righteousness shall not be moved. We in the I.S.U.P.K, the righteous, we are not moved by these so-called holidays. All right? We're not going to be convinced, we're not going to be persuaded to do a little something to celebrate these holidays. Why? Because we understand in the truth that these are wicked. These holidays are wicked. These holidays are not ordained by the Most High, so we're not going to do it. All right? And again, something like a so-called holiday like Mother's Day, Father's Day, your birthday, it's so self-serving. So self-serving. All right? As opposed to an anniversary. An anniversary between a couple, a man and a woman, a husband and wife. All right? That is something to celebrate because the Most High put us together. Put us together, you know, and we were fruitful, we multiplied, whether it was with children or blessing the nation. You see what I'm saying? By being a good example, we can celebrate that. But Mother's Day, Father's Day, these so-called holidays, nah, we're not gonna touch that at all. All right, so let's get back. Let's get this in the Hebrew real quick.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 3 in Hebrew. La'ah Ya Kawan
Good.
Adam Barash I.
Okay, or Barashai. Good.
Barashai.
Good.
Washarash. Tazadak Yaquayam. Bow. My what?
Very good, very good. No sweat. So coming from the book of Proverbs chapter 12 verse 3, we have La'ah Kowan Adam Barashai Washarash Tazadakya Bal Yamawat. Alright? Good, good, okay. So now, looking at our interlinear, what are we reading? La'ah as in not. Kowan as in being established. Adam, also a man. A man. So Adam is man and Ayash is man. Alright? Good. Rashai. Rashai is Barashai is by wickedness. By wickedness. Okay? By wickedness. Or for some who have remembered some of our lessons, the bar can also be in wickedness. Alright? Then we have Wa Sharash. Wa Sharash. The root. Sharash is root. Alright? Root. Then we have Taza Dayakyum. Taza Dayakyum. Or Tazadakyum. That is righteous. Righteous. Huh?
Tazadak.
That's right. Tazadak.
Yeah, Mississippi. Yeah.
And
Mississippi.
hold on. We have the Tazadak and we have the Tazadakya. So Tazadak is in Texas. Tazadakya is in Mississippi.
Oh,
All right. Very good, very good. Then we have Ball, which is not. Okay. Not. And then we have Yamawat. Yamawat, to move. In this context here, shall be moved. All right. You can look into your interlinear, look into your Strong's Concordance, okay? This is where we're getting these from, all right? Just to help validate what we're reading, all right? Most High in Christ. So now, what are we reading in English? We read, but a man shall not be established by wickedness, all right? We're not trying to celebrate these holidays, all right? We're not trying to be established by wickedness. We're trying to get our reputation by this wickedness, all right? Just because, hey, you should celebrate me just because. No. We're not trying to do that. We're not falling for that. All right? But the root of the righteous shall not be moved. All right? We being the truth, we understand what's really going on. We understand the plight. All right? This is trying to take us away from the Most High, and we will not be moved from the truth. You understand? We will not drop our sword for this. All right? Most High in Christ. Now let's get to our last scripture, okay? Book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 4. Right? And also, Pastor, if you could do me the honors, please.
Come on. The book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 4. A virtuous woman.
A what?
A virtuous woman.
A what?
A virtuous woman.
Okay, we have a virtuous woman. All right, and we know a virtuous woman is, for one, is what? A woman who has abilities. A woman who's good with her hands. Okay, but also a woman who has let's say, a woman who has a good reputation. All right, cool beans. All right, a virtuous woman. Go ahead.
Is a crown to her husband.
Is a crown to her husband. All right. So now, if anybody should recognize some of the things that she does, right? Who should recognize her?
Her husband.
Her husband. Let her husband do that. Then her husband can say, brothers, my lady's been doing this. She did this for the school. She did that. You know what? I'd like to give her some recognition for that. Can y'all help me out? You know what? We got you. We got you. Yeah, you know what? You're right. She has been doing this. She has been doing that. Let's help. Let's recognize her for that. You know what I'm saying? Give her some encouragement so she can keep doing that. Right?
Right.
Why? She's been putting in work. She's earned it. Okay? Now, yes, having a child is a very strenuous ordeal, and it is a miracle. All right? Because there's nobody on earth that can handle that except for a woman. Right? But there are other things to recognize her for. Don't just because. You see what I'm saying? Don't put her on this pedestal just because she's a mother. You understand? But let's recognize her in righteousness. Okay? And another, also, let us do it. Let us do it, okay? Don't just come and say, hey everybody, hey, celebrate me. That's what Mother's Day does. That's what Father's Day does. That's what these holidays do. Birthdays. Celebrate me. Alright? They're wicked, man. They take us from the Most High, man. Alright, let me go ahead and write this out in the Hebrew. Alright, keep on reading. Start from the top.
A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband.
That's right.
But she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bones.
That's right, man. But she that maketh ashamed, man. Trying to get all this attention. Alright? Not being loyal to her husband. That's shameful, man. That is shameful. Being all selfish, that is shameful. That's nothing to recognize at all, man. It's nothing to recognize at all, man. But she make it ashamed, man. Now, guess what? You're making it ashamed, man. You're an embarrassment. You are an embarrassment. So now, is that something to really recognize? You know? It is something to acknowledge. It is something to acknowledge. Okay, yeah, we acknowledge this. You are an embarrassment, and you need to be you need to be putting time out. You understand? That's what we can do with you for now. You know, you need to get some counsel. That's what you need, sis. You need some tough love. You don't have to put yourself out like this, sis. All right? And then what happens now? Saying in his rottenness in his bones. Rottenness. Now, this man is dying inside. He is dying inside, man, because his woman is just such an embarrassment. Such an embarrassment. He's just dying inside, man. Losing strength. We can't have that. We can't have it at all. Come on in, talk to me.
Yeah, like, Thomas Somar was saying about how that's why women is real lonely than men, because you men, we had to go through all the pain and struggling, you know what I'm saying? We had to go through the most police brutality. We get depressed a lot, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We just be sad because you get a woman just be shameful, just like, you know, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell, you can look at Will Smith's face, man. He's rotten inside. He's like, he getting Asian faster than the past 5 years. Like within the past couple of years, he's still like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
But now he's just like all gray hair,
man,
everything is getting gray. Like he's just rotten inside.
That's good. I like that. Absolutely. Let's give a hand for that, man. That's a good analogy, man. That's right. He's just aging. He's just dying inside, man. Rotten. Rotten. He's not so fresh anymore now, is he? That's right, man. Why? Why? All because of the stress, the embarrassment from his woman. Absolutely. All right. Let's go ahead and read this in the Hebrew. Oh man, I still wrote it wrong. All right. Let's go.
How about the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 4. Ashaf, Kawal, Torah, Ba'ala, Wakal, Wa Karab, by Tazamar Roth Yawal, Bash, yes, well, no, it's by Yash.
Very good, very good. Okay. So now we should have a Shaf, Kayal, Tarath, Bayala, Wa Karawab, Ba'ai Tazam Waf Yawa, Ma Bayash. So like it. By Ma by Yasha. All right. And what did we read? Let's look at some of these words. So we knew that we learned that Ayash is man. Okay, Ayash is man, and Ashath is woman. All right. We got Kayal, or we've heard Ka Yala. All right, is virtuous. All right. Then we have Torah. Torah, as in crown. Torah is crown. All right. Ba Ilah. All right. In this context here is for to her husband.
Said Ba'ala.
Huh?
You said Ba'ala.
Ba Ilah.
Allah.
Ba Ilah.
It's not like too.
Mm-hmm.
Not like some nothing too.
Nah.
Maybe like I know.
All right. Cool. Then we have Wa Kara Wab. Alright? And the root word here is raquab, and that is rottenness or rotten. Okay? Let's just keep it simple. Rotten. Then we have ba'ai tazam wath yawa. And this is for to say in his bones. His bones, alright? And ma ba yasha, okay? Ashamed. Ashamed. Alright? Most High first. So let's go over this one last time. Book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 4. In the English, a virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bones. Alright? And you can remember the great example that Officer Napash gave. Think of Will Smith. Somebody who is just so rotten inside, he is dying on the inside because his woman is not the type of crown that he can show off. The crown he has is a crown of thorns. He literally has a crown of thorns and he is dying inside. That's what Jada Pinkett Smith is to Will's. That's what Jada Pinkett Smith is to Will Pinkett Smith. Alright? She is a crown of thorns. She is nothing virtuous whatsoever. And that brother is rotten on the inside. He is dying on the inside. And he is so ashamed. And he is so embarrassed that brother had to go all the way to India. To try to get some counsel. When he could have just traveled from California to Philly and get with Commander General Yahanna.
Right.
To get some real counsel. Alright? So that brother can be revived and have life and really feel that he is surrounded by brothers and sisters or by his Mashapah. No, it's like, oops, I messed it up. Mapashak. Right? That's right. Family. Family. Yeah. Mashpaka. That's it. Mashpaka. Family. Mashpaka. Family. We're going to get that right. We're going to get it right. Alright? Most High in Christ, man. Most High in Christ. So again, we just went over the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verses 1 through 4. We also learned some phrases and some words in the Hebrew, trying to get back to our original language, the Hebrew, the Lashawan Qadash, the holy tongue of the Most High. All right? And with that, we'll pass the class off to the preaching officer, the Pashkaya.
This is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We're the I.S.U.P.K start on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, there are limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves over the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My Ishur, that means tent in the Hebrew. Every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department of teacher. Priest fund, free off for priests not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give, the next holy convocation, the memorial of the blowing trumpets. It's going to be Sunday, September 25th, sundown. Remind Akim about walking to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and a scarf. And to make sure and to Google this address every time you're headed to the school. You can type in Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, and the address is 3353 Glenwood Road. Type in Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, and you'll see 3353 Glenwood Road, Decatur, Georgia. And we're still in the Feast of the First Fruits. So, with that, give one curse to teacher. Men Israel. Man Sabbat. Amai. Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Well, I just said to you, Lashawan Qadash, may the Most High, in the name of Christ, bless you in the Most High, in the name of Christ. Y'all on the top, me hands down. Class dismissed.